Hello, welcome to Talk NYCFC, and today we're going to be previewing the home opener for New York City FC going up against CF Montreal. And yes, finally, the champions can finally come back home to Yankee Stadium and finally open up the, our home, one of our first, uh, in fact, the first home game at our many stadiums that we're going to play at this year, unfortunately, for home. And unfortunately, the MLB is back, but we won't dive into that. But NYCFC they are coming off a 3-1 win against Comunicaciones in the quarterfinals of the Champions League in East Hartford, Connecticut, in front of 15,000 fans, most of them being Guatemalan fans there to support Comunicaciones, and um, and Montreal. They are also coming off a Champions League match, but but they had to travel to Mexico City to play against Cruz Azul in the Azteca, and they lost 1-0, and they played absolutely horrible in that game. They were very lucky to come away uh, with only a 1-0 loss, and they have a really good chance of coming back at the Olympic Stadium in Montreal next week. But now the focus for both of these teams shift over to MLS and league play. And both of these teams are winless in the last two games in the MLS. Montreal lost their first two games to Orlando and Philadelphia, and New York City, coming off West Coast trips to LA and Vancouver. A 1-0 loss in LA and a 0-0 draw in Vancouver. Um, so New York hasn't scored a goal yet in MLS play. Um, and Montreal, they've scored one against Philadelphia, but they've led in four so far in the first two games of the season. Um, when it comes to the all-time series, NYCFC, they have 8 wins compared to Montreal's two, and there have been four draws in this tie or in this series all time. The last three matchups go as follows. On the 21st of July at Red Bull Arena, New York City got the 1-0 win over Montreal. Uh, and then in Orlando, before uh, the Canadian teams can go back to Canada, uh, the Montreal got their first win since 2015 against New York City, a 2-1 win at Exploria Stadium uh, behind closed doors. And then on the 24th of October in 2020 at Yankee Stadium, NYCFC beat the then Montreal Impact 3-1. Um, so this series has been dominated by New York City um, the whole time. Um, that explains their 8-2-4 record against them. Um, Montreal, they just seem to struggle against us. We just always seem to have good games against them, and I do think we can actually come into Yankee Stadium and beat up on a tired Montreal Impact team. They played absolutely horribly in that game in Mexico City, and New York City. They got the job done despite looking a bit shaky against Comunicaciones. Confidence will be high after a 3-1 win over the Guatemalan side, and I just think New York City, uh, this is the perfect opportunity for them to show people why um, this is this the early season slump is nothing to worry about. This is the perfect opportunity for them to rebound. And my score prediction for this game is going to be a big one. I'm going to say 3-0 NYCFC. They get the job done in their home opener. They were undefeated. They're undefeated in their home openers so far. They have not lost a home opener, and um, I expect that to continue. So I'm gonna say a 3-0 NYCFC win, and I do believe we keep a clean sheet. Montreal, they just didn't. They didn't even bother showing up to that game in Mexico City. It was all Cruz Azul, and they were just so wasteful. Cruz Azul, Oriel Antuna with the only goal for Cruz Azul in that game. So I do believe that City's going to dominate this game. It's going to be a 3-0 win for the citizens, and they're actually going to have the trophy available at Yankee Stadium for fans to take pictures with. I'll be also going to this game with my friend Lucas. Um, so we're gonna go to the game. It looks like it's gonna snow during the game, so we might be in for a Orange Ball Classic, a snow classico at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. But I'm all for it. as the champs can finally come back home um, and actually have 2 home games um, in MLS. As next week they will be facing Philadelphia Union at Yankee Stadium after going down to Guatemala for the second leg in the Champions League. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you're an NYCFC fan, consider subscribing for more content. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like as I try to grow the channel every time I upload. Get me up in the algorithm. And if you guys want, I can put together a little bit of footage and pictures here and there from the stadium. And if you're going to the game, let me know. I'll be in the third rail. So, yeah, other than that, um, you leave a like if you drop the video, and I will see you guys on Sunday for the review to this game. Take care and peace.